Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Stephen Chin, and on my channel, I promote backyard gardening or backyard farming. Today, I'm going to show you the garden chores I typically do in the morning to keep my plants healthy, and also in the afternoon. So stay tuned. So on a daily basis, I dedicate around 30 to 45 minutes a day to my garden, divided the time in the morning and in the afternoon when I come from work. Sometimes I'm so overwhelmed by the amount of things that need to be done, but my strategy is not to try to do all at once. Just dedicate 30 to 35 minutes a day, and you will be surprised by the amount of work that you can accomplish. So the first thing that I do when I get up in the morning is to water the plants. So here I'm watering the callaloo. It's early in the morning, people. I'm gonna water the plants. You see, I try to water them at the base. So you will ask this question, why do I water the plants in the morning? So you can actually water the plants in the morning or in the afternoon or in the early evening. I prefer to water them in the morning because the reason why is, one is disease prevention. Once you water them in the morning, it gives the foliage, you see I'm wetting the foliage, it gives the foliage time to dry throughout the day, reducing the risk of fungal and bacterial diseases that thrive in wet conditions. So that's the reason I water them. I prefer to water them in the morning. So there I have some bok choy. The other day I transplanted them. I show you in the previous video. So I water them. So as I said, I prefer to water them in the morning because the second reason is optimal absorption. So you ensure that the plants have enough moisture that they can survive the heat during the day later. It's very hot this time. So by watering in the morning, you ensure that the plants have enough moisture to survive the heat later in the day. So that's another reason why I prefer to water in the morning. This is my vertical garden. My vertical garden is thriving. These are like 3 weeks old. While I water in the morning, I also do some maintenance. I look for plants that have grown out of the soil. Typically something bok choy does. So if you look at this one, it has grown out of the soil. You see there? So what I do, I take some compost and put the compost around it to re-anchor it. Because if you don't do that, the wind will toss the plant from left to right and it can break and then you lose the plant. So I'm now going to put some compost around it. Let's do it. So before I do that, I want to cut the leaves below So you don't want them to rot on the plant. That can damage your plant as well. So let's go and cut them off. There's one. There's the second one. I call them the baby leaves. They're still there. Okay. And I will do it like this. Wet it. Make sure to wet it. Wash away the soil on the leaves, and there it is. So I look for more. Another task that I also do in the morning is to remove weed. So I will look for weed between the plants. So I always wash the soil from the leaves in order not to block the process of photosynthesis, where the leaves absorb the sun. So here we have some weeds. We'll remove them, do some little maintenance, and this is in the morning. It's now like 6:30 in the morning, and I like to leave the weed that can turn into compost. So not all plants I wet every day. For instance, this one, where I use a saucer at the bottom, I will water this one every 2 days, because I will soak it. The saucer will keep the water, and then it's good for a couple of days. I also use the saucer for the reason, not for the water not to run off the ground, in the soil, or on the concrete floor. So here you see I use saucers. So when I wet them, the water doesn't run off onto the floor. And when I was on vacation, I had filled them with water, and when I came back, everything looking good. Look at them, it's all still looking good. I have to transplant these kale, which I will do over the weekend. I have to go and get some compost. See all of them in saucers. The pepper growing nice, the eggplant growing nice. Some other tasks that I do in the morning is pest control. For instance, I will inspect the plants and remove pests accordingly. For instance, if you look at this plant, look at the leaves, they are curled up, so I'm sure there's a caterpillar living in there. So I'll open it up and look for the caterpillar. Look at here. You see him? Look at him there. Look at him there. So I'll destroy it. If the leaf is damaged, I will cut it off. But I make sure I find the caterpillar. If you don't do that, they will go and destroy other plants. Sometimes they hide in the soil. So there's another one here. I will just cut off the leaf. Look at him there, curled up. See him there? So I inspect the leaves because I don't use chemicals, so I have to do this every day. But let me show you something. So I was on vacation for 5 days, and yeah, I have left the garden unsupervised, and in 5 days, look what happened. For instance, to this plant, the butterflies have taken over. In a case like this, I will not look for the caterpillars. I will just cut down the whole tree. So in the afternoon, when I come home from work, I will cut down this tree. See that? Completely damaged. All dry up. See, there's one living in there. There's one living in here. See that? There was one living here, and he left. This is his toilet. Look, there's another one. Look him there. So I won't try to save this tree, because another reason is also it start to bolt. That is the callaloo, and as I mentioned in the previous video, you see the leaves are small. That means it's not gonna produce anymore because it start to bolt, start to reproduce, start to seed. Okay, compare it with this one. See, the leaves of these is the same callaloo, but this one is fresh and nice. Yes, so okra trees, callaloo, my bitter leaves. Okay, there was a callaloo growing between the tire blot or the eddo leaves or the dashing leaves. See how it grows. I think I have to remove it because it's competing with the eddo for water, sun, and nutrients. So you see the eddo, they don't grow big. I even look at these eddo leaves. What I'm gonna do in the weekend, I will actually revitalize the soil. I will dig them all up and replant them, because I think the soil is depleted. You know, before they used to grow big, so the soil is depleted. These are my kale. It's still going strong. I cannot even count the times that I reap from it. So many times. So here you see I built a cage for my pepper because the birds were eating it. And now look at this, people. Look, I'm gonna pick them today. Without the cage, they will be gone. I have troubles with white flies. Look at this. 3 nice pepper. I had more, but as I said, the birds, they eat it, so I built a cage. And now I have these 3 diamonds, these 3 beauties. That is the garden chores I perform in the morning. I water the plants, I inspect the plants for pests. If I find grasshoppers, I will destroy them. If I find caterpillar, according to how big the damage is, I will cut the leaf or just remove the the caterpillar. And this is what I do every day. Okay, my people, this was a typical morning chores exercise. In my next video, I'm going to share with you the afternoon chores. Those are the more physical one, right? Because I'm preparing now to go to work, and in the afternoon I will show you the more physical chores in the next video. So thank you for watching. I hope you have liked the video. If you did, please leave a comment. For those that are new, please subscribe and click on the notification bell to be notified when I launch a new video. So thank you for watching, and me and my peppers will say goodbye till the next time.